I.S.U.P.K. 53rd Annual Lord's Passover.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. This is the I.S.U.P.K. down in Florida. I'm Captain of 10,000 GEN.YAHANNA. We here to let you know 53rd Annual Lord's Passover is going to be held down here in Florida. It's going down in South Florida, Cocoa Beach.
Friday, April 15th, 2022.
The lamb, the wine, the brotherhood, the sisterhood, you understand? Good music, good weather, the palm trees, the whole nine.
This is going to be glorious. Book your hotels now at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites, 301 Tucker Lane, Cocoa Beach, Florida, 32926.
April 15th and the 16th. Don't just book for the 15th. Book for the 15th and the 16th.
It's going down Friday, April 15th at the Space Coast Convention Center.
Moses told Pharaoh we need 3 days to be able to go out into the wilderness and serve our power the way he commands. You're going to have to get that off with your boss, with your slave master. So make sure you in the building. Cocoa Beach, Florida, April 15th to 16th, 2022. It's going down. We'll see y'all there. Shalom.
Black power, 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000. 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000.
Shalom, shalom. Y'all by Shimmy Shah Thumb, y'all Shamala Thought Shimmy Shah, priest and captain, not the Zak Shah, and you're tuned in here today to another episode of The Bible is Black. You understand? The Bible is black. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. When we say black, that's what we mean, because we are God's chosen people, and the Bible is black. It is written all about these 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. You understand? Written all about us, our records, our history, our heritage. And today we're going to get into the Bible is black. We're going to talk about the pyramids today. Pyramids. Everybody love and want to love and cry to Egypt and say, you know, Egypt, and want to be Kemet and all of this Egypt, Egypt, Egypt. Well, guess what, black people? You were in Egypt. Out of all the Africans, all the Ghana and Nigeria and Ethiopia and Libya and Sudan and Somalia, you understand, and Tunisia and Nigeria and all of Africa, the only part about Africa that you want to claim is them damn pyramids. Well, guess what? You were in Egypt, but you weren't an Egyptian, and you're not an African. Just like you here in America, but the courts, the police, the judges, nothing treats you like you are a part of this empire. The Afghans come after 20 years of war. America brings them in, and they're Americans just like that. Same with the Japanese after the World War. Same with the Germans. Same with the Jewish man. Same with the Koreans. This always happens. All right. Because that's our culture. So-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. This is our culture. Those pyramids that you see everywhere, we were in Egypt. We were in many places in Africa, but we were in Egypt, but we were not the Egyptians no more than we are the Americans. We are not looked at as a part of their society today by no facet whatsoever. Everybody comes and is welcome to be a part of America, even after decades of war that America has with their country. They come right in, they get jobs, businesses, healthcare, everything, and then they fit right in. But if you are these 12 tribes, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you are not going to fit into this place. Our oppressor is not going to accept us. The Lord is not going to accept these 12 tribes fitting into this empire. The Lord is not accepting it because we belong to him. These 12 tribes you see here, blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, you understand, Seminole Indians, the Osage, the Lakota, the Sioux, the Cheyenne, the Arapaho, Navajo, you understand? The Lord is not going to allow us to fit into our oppressive society because we belong to the Most High. That's why it never works. Pyramids is Israelite customs and culture. Those Africans did not build the pyramids. We're going to prove that here. This episode, The Bible is Black. First Maccabees chapter 13 and verse 25. You understand, these are the records of our people. The books of the Maccabees are a part of the Apocrypha, what's known as the Apocrypha, or the hidden records that the Roman Catholic Church took out of the Bible after the death of King James. If you have a King James Bible of 1611, which is the date, it has all of these books still in the Bible before they took it out. King James, of course, was a black man. He was never a white man. He was not a homosexual. He had lots of children. The Roman Catholic Church attempted to assassinate him on numerous occasions. He authorized teams of scholars. He did not write the Bible. He did not translate the Bible. He authorized teams of biblical Hebrew and Greek scholars to translate the scriptures from the original languages that they were in into the English. The Roman Catholic Church did not want the Bible being put into English so that the common man would be able to read it, so that they would not be relied solely on the Roman Catholic Church to interpret what the Bible says. Now, everyone could read it for themselves because Latin is an extremely difficult language. That's the language in Rome, or the so-called Romans. Later on, the Latin language, or what they call Latin languages, later on became the rest of the Latin people. Well, not the ethnic Latins, who were not the white Europeans that you know today as the Latins, but they later became the Italians, later became the white man of Spain, white man from Italy, and not Germany, but France, Italy, Portugal, Spain, French. Those are so-called Latin languages. You understand? You got your other European, the Germanic languages, which are older there, but you understand, that's what this is talking about. So the pyramids are Israelite culture. That's what the Apocrypha was. Let's get into it. First Maccabees 13 and 25. These are brothers that's talking about. Then Simon was one of the sons of Judas Maccabees, and took the bone, then sent Simon and took the bones of Jonathan, his brother. Of course, we had the war in the Maccabees, long-standing war with the Greeks. We fought them tooth and nail. They kept trying to take our land back. We fought to get them out of our temple, rededicated to the Most High. The same black versus white war that has been fought for thousands of years, the same oppressor versus the black man. Same from the 60s, the same wars of the natives versus our oppressor, of the Aztec and Inca versus our oppressor, from Spain and from Portugal, and the Amazonian brothers and sisters down in South America versus our oppressor from Spain and Portugal. This same war we've been fighting against the Greeks and the Romans, the same war we've been fighting for thousands of years against Esau, our chief oppressor. You understand? This same war has been going on forever. The Lord never wanted you to join and be friends with our oppressor. These people have been waging a war against the very bloodline, the sperm inside of your testicles that reproduces the future generations of so-called Negroes, West Indians, so-called Hispanics, and natives of Indian and Negro descent of North, South, Central America, and the Caribbean. They are the very enemy to the blood that flows in your veins, the very soul that the Lord puts inside of your body to make you a so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native American, and to make them a so-called oppressor or an Edomite. That's biblical. This war has never ended, not since the book of Genesis. And you need to understand that. That's why they lied and said that the Bible was all about white people. And that's why you're here to learn that the Bible is entirely black, except for the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? Then Simon sent and took the bones of Jonathan, his brother, and buried them in Modin, the city of his fathers. You understand? And all Israel made great lamentation for him. Everybody cried. You know, the death of this brother, he was killed by our oppressors that we've been fighting this war against. A great man who stood up and a champion for the people, who stood with the Most High as his father Mattathias did, as his brother Judas Maccabees, or Yahweh Hamakabath. That is why we celebrate Hanukkah every year, to honor this long-standing war and defeating the Greeks to kick them the hell out of our land and rededicate our temples back so that we can serve our God, as it is our racial, ethnic, and religious, you understand, identity for our people. All of that is tied in if you are an Israelite. And all Israel made great lamentation for him and bewailed him many days. Everybody was very sad. You understand, this brother had died. Simon also built a monument. What is a monument? Everybody knows what a monument is. Upon the sepulcher. Sepulcher means the grave site. You understand? Of his father and his brethren. His father and his brothers. Who was his father? You got Mattathias, his brothers, Judas Maccabees, Yehoiada Maccabath, all of the brothers that have been a part of this war, the sons of Mattathias or Matthiah in the Hebrew, they fought in his grave and of his father and his brethren and raised it aloft in the site. He raised the grave up. What is this talking about? This is Israelite customs. You pay attention. And he raised it up. All right. So let's get some more. He raised it up. All right. And bewailed him many days. And Simon also built a monument upon the sepulchre of his fathers and his brethren and raised it aloft to the site with hewn stone and before. You got stones before it, and you got stones that are being cut. The word hewn means to cut. These are construction terms and things that's going on. When you see that in the Bible, hewn stones. We were master craftsmen, master construction artists, just like blacks and Hispanics are to this very day. You understand? Moreover, he set up 7 pyramids. It's in the Bible for a reason. 7 pyramids, one against another, for his father and his mother and for his brethren. 7 pyramids all over the world, in Egypt and everywhere we went. The Israelites, it is our custom to build pyramids. It has always been our custom to build pyramids. You understand? This is Israelite custom you see here. Building these pyramids. And today, these are the Mississippi mound builders or the Mississippi Valley culture. You understand? The tribe of Gad, known for building pyramids. You may not know this. This is in Mississippi. All over the sites where the tribe of Gad built pyramids, because they are Israelites. They were in Egypt with so-called blacks and Hispanics as well. It has always been our culture. The Mississippi mound builders in the Mississippi Valley. These are pyramids. You understand? The Mississippi Valley, they call them mound builders here in America. You understand? But these are pyramids that the Israelites built. This is our custom. This is not African custom. These are not Egyptian custom. The Africans did not bury their dead. That is an Israelite custom. Heathens threw their dead in the ocean, threw their dead in the waters. It was Israelite custom to bury their dead. This was our custom. This was not Egypt's custom. These are the pyramids. These are the Inca pyramids in South America, the Mayan pyramids in Lower Mexico, right before you get to Central America of the Mayans. The pyramids here, Central and South America, the Aztecs, the Inca and the Mayans. This is the capital city here. Aztecs building pyramids. Why are they building pyramids? Why are the so-called Mexicans building pyramids? Because they are the children of God. They were in Egypt right along with the Native Americans, right along with the Seminoles, right along with the mound builders, right along with who would later become the Maya, the Inca, the Aztecs. This was always Israelite custom and culture. That's why it's written here in the Bible. This was not the Africans' custom to build pyramids. We built those pyramids in Egypt, and when we left Egypt, we built those pyramids everywhere that we went. All in America, in the Americas. You understand? We built these pyramids in different shapes and sizes. The mound builders, we built those pyramids in Central and South America. We built those pyramids in Mexico. The Inca, the Aztec, the Mayans. You understand? This is Israelite custom and culture. This was never the Africans' custom. We built these things. You understand? These 12 tribes right here, the ones doing all your construction building America, the ones that built your White House, this is Israelite customs. The same slaves we built for them in captivity. This is the Washington Monument to honor President George Washington. Slaves built this. It is an obelisk, or they call it an Egyptian symbol, which is a pyramid. That has always been our custom. We built those pyramids just like slaves built this pyramid here, this Washington Monument. It's written in the Bible to show you that this is our culture. You understand? Now it's talking about in verse, First Maccabees chapter 13 and verse 28. Moreover, he set up 7 pyramids. This brother, in honor and the memory of his family that died, his brothers, his mother, his father, this of the sepulcher, their grave site, he set up pyramids. You understand? That's why the pharaohs is burying themselves in pyramids now, because it is Israelite customs. We spent hundreds of years giving our customs to the Egyptians, building them up, making them rich and powerful, the same way that we built up America, making them rich and powerful to this day. America sought out to rebuild ancient Egypt and ancient Rome and ancient Babylon. You understand? Just as it says in Revelation, the 18th chapter, and we built all of those societies the same way that we built up America, made them great, rich, and powerful, and known all throughout the world, having God's chosen people in bondage or Egyptos, which mean captivity or slavery. You understand? 7 pyramids, one against another, for his father, his mother, and his brethren. Verse 29, and in these he made cunning devices. Cunning devices. That's why they're still trying to figure out how those pyramids were made to this day. We were master architects, master designers, you understand, master masons that knew how to lay bricks and do work and all manner of construction. We did this for every empire that we were in, you understand? He set up great pillars, and about the which he set up great pillars, and upon the pillars he made all their armor for perpetual memory, and by the armor ships carved, that they may be seen of all that sail on the seas. This was the sepulcher or the grave site, which he made at Modin, and it standeth yet unto this day. You understand? Exodus chapter 11, 1 and verse 11. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters. The Egyptians set over us slave masters to afflict them with their burdens. When we were in Egypt, we worked enslaved for the Egyptians, and we built them great cities. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities of Hitham and Ramses. We built those cities where you saw those pyramids. The Israelites built them. This is our custom. Everything comes from our people. Jeremiah chapter 10 and 16 says the portion of Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Israel is the forefather of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. All of these you see here, so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You understand? When it says the portion of Jacob is not like them. Like there's no people like these 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. For he is the former of all things. Everything great and wonderful in the earth that was created all comes from these 12 tribes. Your video games, your suitcases, your color TV, your medical practices, all of these things come from the children of Israel. Jacob is the former of all things, the creator of all things. And Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The children of Israel reproduce God's chosen people on the earth. Not all people, not all the Africans and Arabs and Asians, only so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. The rod of his inheritance, meaning that sperm that is reproducing the nation, comes from the men of the children of Israel. The Lord of hosts is his name, meaning the God of power and armies. You understand? That controls the real power that created heavens and earth and run everything is the Lord of hosts, the Most High God of the children of Israel. You understand? And with that, this has been another episode of The Bible is Black. Thank you for all your support. Be sure to leave your comments, like, share, thumb up on YouTube. Stay tuned for another episode of The Bible is Black. Shalom.
I.S.U.P.K. 53rd Annual Lord's Passover.
Die like a man.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. This is the I.S.U.P.K down in Florida. I'm Captain of 10,000 GEN.YAHANNA. We here to let you know. 53rd annual Lord's Passover is going to be held down here in Florida. It's going down in South Florida, Cocoa Beach.
Friday, April 15th, 2022.
The lamb, the wine, the brotherhood, the sisterhood, you understand? Good music, good weather, palm trees, the whole nine.
This is going to be glorious. Book your hotels now at the Holiday Inn Express and Suites, 301 Tucker Lane, Cocoa Beach, Florida, 32926.
April 15th and the 16th. Don't just book for the 15th. Book for the 15th and the 16th.
It's going down Friday, April 15th at the Space Coast Convention Center.
Moses told Pharaoh we need 3 days to be able to go out into the wilderness and serve our power the way he commands. You're going to have to get that off with your boss, with your slave master. So make sure you in the building. Cocoa Beach, Florida, April 15th to 16th, 2022. It's going down. We'll see y'all there. Shalom.
Black power, 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000. 144,000. I'm just trying to make 144,000.